Welcome to Toffee TV. It's the Everton News Daily. Kurt Zouma, the much talked about Kurt Zouma. Will he be coming to Everton? Well, Chelsea have made a signing today of Mateo Kovacic. Now, has this pushed Kurt Zouma closer to the Chelsea exit door? Apparently, Chelsea beat their transfer ban by 72 hours. I don't know how they did that. They've paid 40 million for the player who was on loan last season from Real Madrid. Now, apparently there's pressure for Chelsea to sell now to balance the books in the eyes of UEFA. Anyway, Kurt Zouma isn't classed as a homegrown player. Now, some may say, why would he be? He's a French international. Well, players who were brought in who spent 3 years at a club between the ages of 15 and 18 are classed as homegrown. Kurt Zouma arrived at Chelsea when he was 19, so he wouldn't be part of that squad. The 25-man squad, so there is no requirement to sell the player, to keep the player, because he doesn't fit into that. So that could help Everton's case in terms of getting Kurt Zouma. It's believed he wants to join the club. It's believed that he told friends that he wants to sign for Everton, and Everton are trying to get that one done. So some good news on that front. Moise Kean, who we've been linked with, from Juventus. It looks like he could be leaving because Juventus are bringing a lot of players in. The latest one, it looks like they're bringing De Ligt in from Ajax. They'll also need to balance the books, and we're probably seeing Moise Kean leave, even maybe in the short term with a sell with a buyback clause in it. But his father's come out and said he would prefer to go to Inter Milan. Inter, who are obviously chasing Lukaku, which apparently would be a 2-year loan, which I think might scupper Everton's chance of getting money out of that deal. Unfortunately, if it happens like that. But he's saying that he wants his son to go to Moise Kean to go to Juventus. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But it's an interesting one, but a lot of people think that one's quite far-fetched. I don't. I think there's a possibility, but a lot of clubs will be in for the player. I think the player will leave Juventus. Richarlison has apparently come down with mumps and has been quarantined from the rest of his Brazil team. He will miss their game against Paraguay in the Copa America, and it looks like his tournament could be over completely if it is a really bad case. Really, really devastating for the player. He lost his place in the last game after being taken off in their second game at half-time. So if he misses out on the chance of playing on in this tournament because of mumps, and if he misses out and he's quarantined and he can't even be, if they get to the final and win it and he can't even be there, that would be terrible. I don't think I've ever had mumps, but obviously it is very contagious. So he can't be around the rest of the team. So that's really, really heartbreaking for Richarlison if that happens. Let's just hope it is just a one game. But news coming out of Brazil suggests that it might be the tournament, which is, as I said, really, really bad. Ellis Sims, the young under-18s player, scored a hell of a lot of goals last season for Everton. Stories come out that Everton are not thinking about loaning him out. I didn't think we were anyway. I thought we were putting him in the under-23s, and that he will be around the first team this season. Apparently he's definitely going to go in the pre-season with the first team, certainly to Kenya, but that might just be due to the lack of players because of internationals and Tosin being injured and Richarlison being away and Dominic Calvert-Lewin being with the under-21s. So a lack of forward options might mean he'll go on the early part of pre-season just to fill the numbers. Some of the media have ran with this, saying he's going to be around the first team. We'll wait and see. I don't think he's ready for the first team, but let's see what happens in pre-season. Maybe pre-season he shows something and just makes a couple of people think about what we'll do with them this season. It looks like the club are going to lose Basasambu to either a team in Germany or a team in Holland, I think. He's out of contract. He was offered a new contract, but it looks like the player's not going to take it. Good for him, because at the end of the day, he ain't getting in the first team. and Everton are offering him a contract so they can get some money for him. Maybe they should have thought of that earlier and give him a new contract last year so that they could get some money from him this summer. It looks like he's going to leave as well, so maybe if he signed that contract he could have had an opportunity, but fair play to him, he wants to play football. Cenk Tosun, as I mentioned there, he's obviously injured, done a knee injury. Didn't require surgery, so it's not too bad. But reports as well coming, I think, from Phil McNulty, the BBC, so a decent source, saying that Everton are going to try and offload him this summer. The player himself put a picture on Instagram saying he's ready to come back. Picture from Spurs of him celebrating, ready to come back, can't wait for training. He's been putting videos of him doing training, strengthening that knee. So he looks like he's going to try and have a real go this summer, and certainly this season. But we'll have to wait and see if Everton have other ideas about him. And one of those people who may have other ideas is Marcel Brands, who's spoken to Everton TV today in reaction to signing Gomez, and he said how important it is to strike up those relationships when you buy new players. The relationships with the fans are so important. He said players have to feel at home here, and that's so important. I had the feel, and Gomez was a big example, as other players like Mina, Dean, who also immediately at the beginning feel at home. It helps me a lot if the fans show the kind of appreciation to the player. At the end, of course, money is one thing, but we also want to be appreciated. I think that helps a lot. I think the fans are happy. I am also happy that they support me and this deal. He added, there's a lot of people working behind the scenes to let players feel comfortable and let them be part of the Everton family and community. I think it's also important that Denise Barrett-Baxendale, as CEO, to support them, and I think she's a big example for how Everton should be in our community. From day one, we've tried to manage that with the new players. You always need the players in that. I think everyone remembers when Andre gave the scarf to the young lad. I think then you steal the hearts of people. It's important the players give their hearts as well. So Marcel Brands making it known to us as fans that players and the people at the club want our support and our love, but also the players have got to do that as well and show those little moments like Andre Gomez did last season. Let's be honest, he was fantastic, from the hugs he gave out to those moments like the picture of him giving the young lad the scarf and going on the bus, and they'll just going that extra little bit that they don't have to do. A lot of players are contractually obliged to do things for Everton community or going in the club shop. It's when they do those extra little things to show to them that it matters, that they're not just there in body but they're there in heart and soul as well. So I think, I think it shows as well that if we create a brilliant atmosphere for these players to come into, that it really does matter, and that can get players like Gomez over the line and get players to sign new contracts. If they love playing for Everton and love the fans, they'll fight. So I think, whether you like to think this or not, they'll fight that little bit harder for us. So fantastic stuff from Marcel Brands there, just to communicate that. And I want to see that as well. I want to see more of that coming from the club. I want to see better communication from the club, them talking to us and telling us how they feel, to get that message across. It's so important that you get those messages from the club, you get those interviews with Marcel Brands and with Marco Silva and with the players, getting over that it's not just this faux love between the fans and the players. It is real, and we want to solidify that and make more of that. So more of that from Everton as well, as please. So there you go. It's been the Everton News Daily. Best of luck to Richarlison. I really hope you get over that, mate. Really hope you do. Give this video a like, please. Please, if you've liked it, give it a like. It really helps the channel. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you want more great videos, including live videos. You did a fantastic live video on Patreon before. Join us on Patreon. The links are going to be around here, and they're also in the comments. And if you want to buy a fantastic Bernard t-shirt, the link is in the comments. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. I'll see you later.